Greetings, everyone. I am Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 31 and the finale of albums that are 50 years old in 2025. We've been looking back at 1975 all month long. We've picked out our 31 favorites. And if you know how great a year 1975 was in music, 31, just picking 31 is kind of difficult because there's so many great ones that just can't make the list. You love the albums nonetheless, but you have to pick out your absolute favorites, right? It's hard. It's really hard. But for today, and I'm not saying I saved the best for last because, of course, I haven't ranked these, but number 31 is pretty damn special. It's the fourth studio album from this British band. It was released November 28th, 1975. We had a lot of Novembers. There were a lot of November releases doing this. It was recorded at various studios in the UK area. Trident, Olympic, Rockfield, Lansdowne, Sarm East, Roundhouse, and Scorpio Sound, all in the London, Kensington, Camden area, right? Produced by Roy Thomas Baker and the band themselves for EMI Electro Records, not Electric Records. I'm talking about A Night at the Opera from Queen. Yes, indeed. One of the great, whatever you want to call it, rock albums of all time, classic rock albums of all time, art rock albums of all time, hard rock. I mean, there's a little bit of everything on here. There's pop on here. That's the one great thing about Queen, especially in this time period, is their ability to create music that crossed over so many genres. Right, you got kind of like show tune stuff here. You got like mini opera stuff. There's hard rock, proto metal on here. There's art rock that's straight pop. It's a little bit of everything. Freddie Mercury on lead vocals, backing vocals, piano. Brian May, all sorts of guitars, lead and backing vocals. Roger Taylor, drums, percussion, lead and backing vocals. And Mr. John Deacon, bass guitar, electric piano, and double bass. What do we have on this classic album? The first really big album for the band, right? This is kind of like their Hail Mary. Record companies like, you guys, we've given you 3 records, right? We haven't set the world on fire yet. Well, we need to set the world on fire if you're going to remain on this label type of thing. Death on Two Legs kicks it off. Great hard rocker, great vocal from Freddie. Killer guitar riffs and solos from Brian May. Really good. Then you have one of the quirkier tracks, right? Lazing on a Sunday Afternoon. Like vaudeville time, right? I'm in love with my car. Silly song, but what a great rocker. Awesome from Roger Taylor. Great vocal from him as well. Then, of course, you got the one of the big hits on the album, You're My Best Friend, from John Deacon. Got that electric piano. So catchy. Holy cow. I mean, I know what a lot of people, You're My Best Friend is like one of those songs you probably heard a million times, especially if you're here in the States, right? It's been played on radio forever, constantly, right? So, but I still think it's a great song. It is a great song. Really, really great song. 39, Brian May track. He sings it as well. Good acoustic kind of folky piece, man. Oh, it's so good. Love it. Absolutely love it. Sweet Lady. Another crushing rocker, another Brian May written track. So good. And then, of course, you got the whimsical Seaside Rendezvous. That's just side 1 of the album. A lot of great stuff there. Over on side 2, another song written by Brian May, the crushing The Prophets song. Man, that bulldozing heavy metal riff, so good. That weird kind of psychedelic space rocky middle section, right? Awesome stuff. Great vocal from Freddie on that. Man, when Freddie's the grit, so good. Love of My Life, gorgeous song from Freddie. Your heart just wants to, just so emotional. And more kind of quirky, whimsical stuff with Good Company. And then, of course, the big chance they took on this album, which, of course, became their de facto greatest song ever, one of the great songs of all time. Bohemian Rhapsody, we don't need to talk about it. We all know Bohemian Rhapsody and how amazing it is. Again, for a lot of us, we've heard it a million times. I tend to, for me, like Bohemian Rhapsody is like same place as like Stairway to Heaven. They're great songs. I love them. I don't think I need to hear either one of them more than once or twice a year. That's basically it. you know. And then, of course, a little arrangement of God Save the Queen to finish it all off. 43 minutes of brilliance from Queen. Sometimes my favorite album. You're always in my top 3. I go back and forth between this and the first album. And Queen 2 is amazing too. I love Sheer Heart Attack. I love jazz. Still great, amazing Queen albums. Mandatory for me. All right, charts. Australia number 1, Austria number 9, Canada number 2, Dutch charts number 1, Finnish charts number 1, French charts number 16. Pretty good in France. Germany, number 5. Japan, number 9. New Zealand, number 1. Norway, number 4. Sweden, number 10. UK, number 1. Here, the Billboard Top 200, number 4. It has recharted over and over again over the years with all the various reissues. I'm not going to go through all of them, but yeah, all the usual suspects pops up once again. Certifications, Australia, double platinum, 100,000 units sold. Argentina, platinum, 60,000. With the re-release, the Hollywood Records re-release, reissue, which is the one I'm holding right here, went another platinum sale, 60,000 units sold in Argentina. Austria, gold, 25,000. Denmark, with the re-release, platinum, 20,000 units sold. Finland, gold, 20,000. Germany, platinum, 500,000. Italy, platinum, 50,000 units sold. Pretty good, Sal. Japan, platinum, 250,000. Poland, double platinum, 40,000. UK platinum, 300,000. And here in the States, triple platinum, 3 million copies sold of A Night at the Opera. And singles released, Bohemian Rhapsody, October 31st, 1975. I did not know that. So they released that before the album came out. Interesting. And then You're My Best Friend, they released as a single June 18th of 1976. So quite a few months later, that came out as a single. So, yeah, great album. A Night at the Opera. Let us know what you think of this down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today. But hold on, don't go anywhere, because we got to get honorable mentions out to you, right? Yes, of course. And I got a lot of them. If you guys are ready. These are all great albums. I love all of them. Like I said, you can't fit them all, right? So let's just plow through these. Van de Graaff Generator, God Bluff. And man, that's like probably number 32. Great album. Angel's self-titled debut. Great album. Renaissance, Scheherazade and Other Stories. Bachman Turner Overdrive 4-wheel drive. Soft Machine, Bundles. If you're an Alan Holdsworth fan, you need it. Steve Hillage, Fish Rising. AC/DC High Voltage. All right. I have some live albums in here that I'll mention. I didn't want to include live albums on my list. I could have, but I didn't. Blue Oyster Cult, On Your Feet or On Your Knees. The Mahavishnu Orchestra, Visions of the Emerald Beyond. Second album post the classic lineup. I think it's great. Earth, Wind and Fire, That's the Way of the World. David Bowie, Young Americans. 10cc, the original soundtrack. Chicago 8. Bad Company, Straight Shooter. Golden Earring, Switch. Journey, self-titled debut. ZZ Top, Fandango, half live, half studio. The Doobie Brothers, Stampede. Alphonse Mouzon, Mind Transplant. Great fusion album. Tommy Bolin, yes. Elton John, Captain Fantastic, and the blah, 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 blah. Todd Rundgren, Initiation. Wings, Paul McCartney Wings, Venus and Mars. Camel, The Snow Goose. Hot Tuna, America's Choice. Armageddon. Not Armageddon it. Armageddon. Great, one and done hard rock album. Weather Report, Tail Spinning. The Eagles, One of These Nights. Jefferson Starship, Red Octopus. Uriah Heep, Return to Fantasy. The Tubes, self-titled debut. Fleetwood Mac. That almost just made it too. First album with the Bucks, Buckingham Knicks lineup. Bebop Deluxe, Futurama. Poco, Head Over Heels. Outlaws, the self-titled debut Outlaws. REO Speedwagon, This Time We Mean It. Manfred Mann's Earth Band, Nightingales and Bombers. Grand Funk Railroad, live album Caught in the Act. Marshall Tucker Band, Searching for a Rainbow. Climax Blues Band, Stamp album. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. You'll remember from a couple weeks ago, that was in my original top 31, but there was one album I completely forgot about and it had to come out. No disrespect to Aerosmith. Love Toys in the Attic. I like 31 albums more. It's just the way it is. A lot of you are like, Pete, where's Toys in the Attic? Where is it? Well, there it is. Kiss Alive. Obviously, if I was including live albums, that would have been on my list. Foghat Fool for the City. Budgie, Bandolier. The Who by Numbers. Elton John, Rock of the Westies. We got 2 Elton John albums here. Kiss, Dress to Kill. Tommy Bolin's Teaser album. Chris Squire, Fish Out of Water. Supertramp, Crisis. What Crisis? Little Feat, The Last Record album. Lenny White, Venusian Summer. Billy Cobham, A Funky Thide of Sings. Yes, I said that correctly. Stanley Clarke, Journey to Love. Moxie's self-titled debut, Great Canadian Hard Rock. Blackfoot, No Reservations. Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush, Strange Universe. And last but certainly not least, 2 live albums from Miles Davis, Agartha and Pangea. Both tremendous. So there you have all of my honorable mentions. Yeah, there's probably others, but you can't just list every single friggin' album, right? That's a lot of honorable mentions. So, yeah, let us know what your final pick for today, pick day number 31 is, as well as any honorable mentions you have that didn't quite make the cut. And we'll see you tomorrow for albums that are 40 years old in 2025. Going back to 1985, I got my list ready to go. We'll see you then, starting with day number 1. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get a load of all, so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options, all down below. We'll see you soon here with more stuff. We got Martin Popoff joining me in the Funhouse in just a little while, so stay tuned for that. We won't have the Professor's Picks today. Ken and Jim are in, as he stated to me, Dream Theater hell. So right now they are busy packing all the Dream Theater pre-orders for the Dream Theater new album release next week, so they're getting all that ready to go. He's in the middle of all that. So no Professor's Picks this week. We'll play catch-up next week. So we got Review Crew coming this weekend. On Saturday, of course, tomorrow evening. And then Sunday morning, I will be bringing you a Ranking the Album show, talking about the very cool, kind of obscure British prog rock band England. All right, they've got 3 studio albums. I'll talk about live stuff too, and I'm going to rank those. And it'll be a great day to talk about a prog band if you've never heard before and you are a prog fan. You will love them. So stay tuned for that. England coming up this weekend on Ranking the Albums. And, of course, Monday night, Hudson Valley Squares returns, and it's all about the early days of Van Halen. So if you are a Van Halen fan, join the Hudson Valley Squares. We got a couple guys coming from In the Prog Seat joining us as well on that, and it's going to be all about Van Halen. We just celebrated Eddie's birthday recently, so yeah, we're going to be talking Van Halen on Monday night on the Hudson Valley Squares. We'll see you then. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.